Hi guys, my name is Dr. Joe Brown. Today I want to talk to you guys about avocados, where to buy them, how to store them, and most importantly, why I want you to eat them frequently. You have avocados that are ready to eat, and you have them when they're ripe and too early to consume, okay? So when you go to the grocery store, you're often going to find avocados that look like this, for example. They're going to be bright green and they're going to be hard. You can't press in on them. And that's because the inside of the avocado is not yet ready to eat. And the skin of the avocado is actually adhered to the inner part of the avocado that you want to eat, okay? So if you see avocados like this in the grocery store, wherever you're going to get them from, preferably a farmer's market. Now, when you get them, if you see them in this dark, hard green color, it doesn't mean that they're bad. It just means that they're too early to eat. But that doesn't mean that you can't buy them. In fact, you're most likely going to be buying them like this. And when you buy them like this, what you're going to do is you're going to bring them home, and you want to make sure that you're going to store them in a dark, cool place. Okay, preferably open up one of your cupboards. Put them in a bowl, put them on a plate, and just set them in there for literally a day or two. And what's going to happen is they're going to turn a darker brown or purplish black color. Okay, and now if you can see, they're actually really soft to the touch. And the reason why that happened is because the avocado on the inside has actually softened up on the inside, so it's ready to eat. And the skin is starting to release from the inside of this, all right? So now let me tell you how to properly cut an avocado. So if I can just have you zoom in on this down here, okay? So when you cut the avocado, start by cutting it on the middle of it, all right? And when you cut this, and if you can just see, I just cut down the center of that avocado, if you can see that. And what you do is you literally just twist this off in different directions, and it pulls off just like this, okay? Now, if you only want to eat, for example, half of the avocado because you don't want to consume the whole thing, leave the pit or the seed inside this side, all right? And you can start by cleaning this out and just eat this. And the reason why I say that is because avocados are really easy to clean. All you do is you take a spoon, a tablespoon, and you literally just stick this in right on the edge between the skin and the inner part of the fruit. And if you do this right and the avocado is ready, you can just take this in there and slowly just kind of curve up here, carve out the actual avocado. And if you do this right, it'll literally just pop right out of there, okay? And then you can just clean out the inner side of the avocado, and it'll look like this. That way you're not wasting any of the avocado, all right? Now, when you're going to cut this, literally, at this point, you can just kind of cut it up in any fashion that you want to. And if you don't want to eat the rest of this avocado, a lot of people try to eat the whole thing because once you take this seed out, once you've cut this, air is exposed to the avocado. And so, for example, if I was to put this avocado into the refrigerator or on the counter, and I left this for even just 30 minutes or a couple hours or until the next morning, this is actually going to start turning a dark color brown or black color, all right? It's going to start, and the reason why it's doing that is because when oxygen is exposed to this, it's causing essentially an oxidation of this. Now, on this particular avocado that still has the pit or the seed in it, the reason why, if you're not going to eat this, you want to leave this pit in there is because the pit will actually preserve that avocado from turning brown. So if you put this in a Ziploc bag or on a plate and put this in a Ziploc bag or a plate, you will notice a dark brown or black color on this. But for the same amount of hours or time you've put this in the refrigerator, it is not going to turn brown or black because that pit has enzymes in it that is preventing it from oxidizing, all right? if you want to take this out because you're going to eat both, literally just set this down and again, press down with your knife onto that seed and you can just turn it out and it comes right off of there, all right? And then you're going to clean it essentially the same way that I just showed you with this. Now, why do you want to eat avocados? And here's the important thing. Avocados are a superfood. All right, so if I could just kind of give you kind of a short little list of why I want you eating avocados. Avocados are one of these superfoods that have a lot of antioxidants in it and a lot of essential fatty acids. In fact, in every avocado, there's about 20 essential vitamins and nutrients in there. All right, they're a good source of fiber. And a lot of people are deficient in their fiber. And we've talked about this on a lot of our different videos. Right? Now, avocados are also very, very high in folate, in potassium, fiber, and especially vitamins E and B. All right? E and B. Why is that important? Because the more of this avocado that you eat, this is actually going to be very, very beneficial to your skin, wrinkles, and any of that stuff that has to do with your appearance, all right? So if you're worried about your appearance, eat more avocados. They're not just high in vitamins, high in nutrients, they're not just super loaded with antioxidants, but they're going to help the aging process, all right? Very important. Now, let's talk about glycemic index for a second. We've talked about diabetes on a lot of our different videos, what to do, glycemic index and foods and things like this. Remember, avocados are actually a number 10 on the glycemic index. So if you remember any of the videos that we did talking about diabetes, especially diabetes type 2 or glycemic index, there's 3 classifications of your glycemic index. And the low classification should be essentially below 45, all right? And avocados rank in at a number 10 on that glycemic index. So if you have diabetes, they really are not just beneficial for you, but they don't raise your blood sugars. And one of the last things that I want to point out is if you are concerned about heart disease, you have a family history of heart attack or stroke or any of that stuff with your mom, your dad, your sister, brothers, anyone in your family, avocados and eating them regularly helps to prevent heart attack, stroke, and heart disease. Okay, so really beneficial for you. Now, let's end the video with this. What foods are you going to eat, or what type of foods, what dinner plates, what breakfast foods, what are you going to eat with avocados? Because a lot of people just, well, what am I going to eat with avocados? So you can use things such as yogurt, preferably plain yogurt because it's very low in sugar level. All right, you can use things like cottage cheese, mix in avocados with the cottage cheese. You can do things such as salads, fruit salads, Caesar salad with chicken. Slice up some avocados, put those on there. And also chicken dishes, and one of my favorites, Mexican food. Okay, so Mexican food, as you know, sometimes the corn tortillas, flour tortillas, the beans, high in carbohydrates, brings the sugar levels up. So if you're going to have Mexican food dishes, which a lot of us love, make sure that you're putting tomatoes, onions, garlic, and things like that. But don't leave out the avocados, guys. Okay? So I hope that was helpful for you. My name is Dr. Joe Brown. And remember, your health is in your hands.